Social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, is seeking to challenge an Indian court ruling that found it non-compliant with government orders to remove content, as it fears this could lead to more content blocking and increased censorship in India. The court had quashed X's request to overturn government orders and imposed a fine of 5 million rupees, $60,560. The Indonesian government has purchased 12 drones worth $300 million from Turkish Aerospace in order to strengthen the country's defense system. The drones are expected to be delivered before November 2025. Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki criticized Ukraine for summoning Poland's ambassador over remarks by a Polish presidential staffer about Ukraine's appreciation of foreign aid. The tension stemmed from a ban on Ukrainian grain imports by Poland and other EU countries. Pope Francis visits Portugal to meet with 1 million young Catholics, aiming to create lasting change in the Catholic Church, promote inclusivity, and address global issues like inequality and climate change. Russia's suspension of a grain deal is worrying Middle Eastern countries like Egypt, Lebanon, and Pakistan, as rising food prices could worsen their economic struggles. Governments may face pressure to subsidize bread at higher costs, exacerbating the cost of living crisis. The President's Intelligence Advisory Board, PIAB, has advised President Biden to restrict the FBI's warrantless surveillance access under Section 702 of FISA, which allows collecting communications of foreigners. The recommendation comes amid concerns over potential improper use by the FBI. Chinese children and teenagers will have their internet access restricted at night and their smartphone use limited under new rules aimed at combating internet addiction. Starting from September 2nd, those under the age of 18 will be prohibited from using mobile devices to access the internet between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Australian MPs dismiss US Secretary of State Antony Blinken's support for prosecuting Julian Assange as nonsense and called for his release. A recent poll shows 79% of Australians want Assange released and brought back home. Etsy accused of holding up to 75% of retailer sales takings in a reserve system for up to 45 days, causing financial difficulties. Sellers considering a strike or moving to other platforms after previous product removal controversy. Iran's oil output has reached its highest level in almost 5 years at 3.1 million barrels per day, driven by increased exports to China, Venezuela, and Syria. The country aims to further boost production to 5.7 million barrels per day.